It's Kory and Denise from Does Size Matter, and we've got a super cool review for you today. We're in Sewell, New Jersey, and they tell me that that's also pronounced Sewell if you have the Jersey accent. But I'm Canadian, so it's Sewell, New Jersey, eh? So we are here at Dillon's RV Center, and they carry the Newmar line. So we are going to do the Newmar New Aire. And what's interesting about this one and why we were really wanting to get in it is that this is Newmar's answer to a luxury coach in a little smaller version. And so, yeah, I want to see how they've put that together, and we want to show you. Don't forget, at the end there'll be some links that'll take you to the nuts and bolts construction of the Newmar product, and probably some of our adventures or things like that too, so come along on those. And also remember that Kory and I just do a ton of research. We did go on the Newmar factory tour to learn everything that we can, but ultimately everything we're sharing with you here is just our opinions based on the way we use an RV. So we hope that you guys will chime in if you have one of these and share your knowledge and information too in the comments section. So let's go check out the New Aire. So this is the 2020 Newmar New Aire 3543. So originally when they came out, they were a little smaller and they were in the 33 range, and now they've moved up to the 35. But you can still get the 33 if you want. So I think there's 3 versions of the 33 and 3 versions of the 35. So today we're going to take a look at the 35. It comes on the Freightliner XCS chassis with the 460 horse engine, and I believe it's an 8-speed Allison transmission. The generator is in this front part here, and it's an 8 kilowatt Cummins Onan quiet generator, so that's great to have. So let's just go around the driver's side and see what we can see. You gotta love that one-piece windshield. So you get fully adjustable mirrors. I think they're probably heated too, right, Kory?
I would assume they are.
Yeah, I think they are. And you get the camera features all the way around, which is super helpful for lane changing or even backing up and into a space. Check this one out. Okay, so this is where all your fuses and those kind of gadgets are. And you can also see your generator exhaust down there. The tires, what do we got? A 305/70 22.5 Michelin tire. So these are big rig tires. They do have aluminum wheels. The slide mechanism, so on the New Aire, on this particular New Aire, there are 3 slides. The one on the passenger side is a full wall, and then there's 2 on this side. They tell me they are electric cog wheel mechanisms, but I haven't really been able to see the mechanism myself, and I don't really know any more about it. So I'm going to try and find out more information. Remember that, and I'll show you more when we get inside, that the Newmars have the floor system in the slide that goes down and is perfectly level. So there's no little bump up, which is the normal in a slide. So in order to do that, the slide comes out. Let me show you this way. The slide, when it's in, is sitting like that, and when it comes out and then drops down. And because it does that, it's a little lower on the outside. So these doors underneath the slide also have a drop down feature when you open them, and we'll show you that. I also want to point out that you see this blue, gray and blue with blue arrows. This is just protective coating over the chrome pieces that are underneath it. So just so that, because this is a brand new unit, and when you get it, you want it to be perfect. So you want to be able to take that chrome and show that perfect chrome off as yours, not have it here. So watch this corner mechanism when I open this door. See how that happened? So it dropped down right here, and then here's your batteries. So that's what's in this door. And then when I put it back up, it raises up on its own. And what's in here? Oh, there's a little storage bit in there. It's kind of weird access, this door. This is a bigger door, so I'm assuming it's going to do it. And it's really tight quarters here because we've got a trailer next to us. So I'll be very careful with this door. But it's trying to go down. So this one, you get to see all your wiring there. And then... that
might be for the hydronic.
Okay.
The controller for the hydronic system, maybe. And that looks like the inverter there.
Oh yes. I believe that is a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter on this rig. All right, I'm out of there. Let's try this door. Oh yeah, okay, so here's your hydronic heating system. So that's for heating hot water and for heat into your furnace system. You also get your 50 amp reel for your cord there. If we look up, you can see there's another camera there. Also, you get your slide awnings up there, which is a must for us. This here is Newmar's new egress door. So it's your emergency exit. So it's, as they told us in the factory tour, the door opens. I think there's a little ladder in there. So it's just an easier way to get out of coaches that are tall so that in case of an emergency, you don't hurt yourself. This is your wet bay. So you've got your outdoor shower, you've got your monitor telling you what's going on in your fresh, your gray, your black. You have your black tank rinses, all your valves for opening and closing, your fill valves, water, you've got a filtration system. It's a pretty skookum setup, to be honest. And it's nice and convenient. Oh, and also the sewer is right below. That's where you hook up your hose there. And there's also, you can't quite see it, but underneath here is an opening that you can run things down low through. And then there's also this little piece here that your cord could slide through so that you could still close your door, yet have everything coming out underneath. And there's another little door here. What's in here? Oh, that's for your DEF. All the new diesel coaches have to have DEF. That's just an emissions thing, I think, right?
Yeah.
Moving down this way, it does have a side radiator. I see that as more little pieces you got to keep clean. Either way, you got to keep them clean. So back of the rig's kind of impressive, hey? It seems really tall. And what I've learned about the newer Class A's diesel pushers today is that they've built this extra piece up at the top that ultimately isn't all that much, but it hides the awnings up high there. So they call that an integrated awning. And that integrated awning makes it so that this has a one-piece fiberglass flat roof, just so you know. Your hitch, electric, coming round. Let's see what's back here. Oh, loving that. You know what that means. We get laundry. Okay, what's in here? More batteries. Battery shut off.
That would be chassis batteries.
Okay, and then there's your exhaust system. And in here, okay, so some more basement storage, lit. Also take a look at this slide now. It's huge. This is the full wall slide. Lots of coaches are coming out with that. And in here, a smaller amount of storage and more electrical stuff. Wow. Oh, that's a point. I know that this coach is fully electric. Pros and cons with that, in that the idea of coming out with a smaller luxury coach was so that people who wanted to be in luxury Class A coaches could go to those smaller destinations, get into maybe some national parks, things like that. Therefore, they're probably going to be boondocking more often. Therefore, a fully electric coach is not the best system. So unless you're getting a big solar package with this, that could become a problem for you. I mean, you do have that generator, so you can run your Jenny, and I do believe it has a small solar panel to charge the chassis battery, but as far as using your house stuff goes, you're going to need something else, generator or a big Skookum solar package, because I don't even think gas is an option in this coach. So just so you know, this door doesn't have a handle in it because you can open this one, and then this has a little latch so that it can open in that direction, and there's nothing, there's no post, there's nothing. You could get at all of this, and there's two of these slide out racks. So, because remember, we're under a slide, a full wall slide. If you want to access these, you're going to be banging your head, or you pull these out and you do it all out here. Without a post, you just have all this room. I like it.
Imagine the patio furniture you could fit in that one.
I know. So I wouldn't just have a table and chairs. I could have like maybe a lounger as well. Mm-hmm. He loves hauling those in and out of the basement. Okay, what's in this one? Okay, so that just goes through to that other smaller one that was on the other side. And this one, oh, I had read about this. Okay, so this, I don't know if this is standard or an option, I'd have to look, but it is a Dometic freezer. So, I think it can be a fridge or a freezer, to be honest. But, you know, it's just if you've picked up something extra or you're bringing something from home or whatever, you go fishing, it's a good place to put that kind of stuff. Kind of nice. Extra ice, whatever you like. And it's just on another slider rack. Very cool. So these bays are all lit. There's lots of electrical in them. Also want to point out over here, see if I can open this. I just don't want to get too close to things. But it is a TV, outdoor TV. This does, you know, stay out, so it kind of shades the TV a bit. We've also got the frameless windows. Everybody likes that. Dual pane, tinted, frameless windows. Fuel fill, newer on the Newmars. It has been done on other coaches before, but the Newmars are now moving to being able to fill up the fuel from either side of the coach, which is handy when you're pulling in to who knows where to get your fuel. So these stairs are nice, sturdy, heavy-duty stairs. They're electric and they just slide in and out. So be careful when you pull up to a curb, because when you open the door, they're coming out. Screen door. This is a nice screen door. This is a fairly wide door. This slides back and forth, but I have a favorite feature on it. Let me show you that. Up here in this part, there's a screen door or screen that slides down, so that when we're driving, I don't have to look through a screen. But when we're stopped, I can have a screen down, no bugs. So I like that. That's another thing I like. The steps all the way down are smaller steps, so you take easier steps, and then of course going up, there's lesser to climb. So more steps, but they're shallower. I like that. So the door itself is, let me just see. Well, it's kind of just stuck in place out there, like it sticks into place, and then you have to give it a yank to pull it closed. I mean, they're heavy-duty doors, right? Oh, as I mentioned in the construction video, they do have this extra covering that they put over the Holy Cow Phenomenal paint, the full-body paint that's on these rigs. This is just a little extra covering because this is a heavy-use area, keys, things like that, so you don't scratch stuff up. And it's also on the front as well.
It does have keyless entry, though.
It does, yeah, right here. Oh, and a doorbell. Let's try it. Oh.
Ooh.
Come on, though. Let's go check out what the inside of the 3543 2020 Newmar New Aire looks like. Come on. All right, let's check out this front seat. I mean, it's that nice leather material and it's quite molded and everything. Okay. It seems comfortable enough. I just feel like that show the little girl on the big comfy couch because it seems like an enormous seat. I feel like this is just way too much. My seat is much narrower and I feel more comfortable in it, so depends on you. Does size matter on this one? I think it does for me. I'd rather a smaller seat. It does have buttons here for things like my light, the step cover. Can you guys see that? It comes out so that I can not worry about going into the stairwell. A visor, there's a map light, there's this screen here to control all the music, so when Kory puts on what he wants, I can change it to what I want, that kind of thing. Window, this is what I have currently, and this, I love that it opens, but I don't like that this part of the window is kind of right where I'm looking. Now this particular one is higher than mine, so that is better. It is the frameless window, so to turn it, to open it, it's just that, so that's good. I don't know, is that a good mechanism, do you think, for driving down the road?
Well, I'm sure it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not going to get ripped off, or,
Yeah.
well, not ripped off in the sense of hitting a sign or a tree, but as in like the airflow.
From the air.
Yeah. There's also a mat down here for cordless charging of my phone, so that's cool. There's also an electric plug-in. The blind is up there. You've got this little screen here to monitor everything. And then it has this back here, which I really would like in our rig, which is a table thing. But the mechanism that it's on is really cumbersome. So it comes around and then comes down like this. And I guess this is why this seat doesn't fit this table, right? Like the table's over here and I'm sitting here. So if I have my computer in front of me, I would want to be working like this. So this would need to be longer to accommodate the width of this seat. The other thing is it's on an angle, which is a good thing because then, you know, what you're working on is up. But there needs to be a little something here because I guarantee you your paperwork would slide, your computer would slide, your pen would slide. It also has a little, I'm assuming that's a cup holder thing. I don't know. I ain't putting my cup there while I'm driving down the road. So, I mean, maybe this was intended to be for just when you're stopped. I'm not sure. I do like it. I just think it needs a little tweaking to make it really great. But that's what us reviewers are for, right? To come up with that stuff. Does it have a foot thing? It does have a foot rest, so that's pretty cool. So the other thing I like about sitting here, which is the same in our rig, is that big expansive window that you get. So let's look in what's up here. Oh, can you guys see that? There's some sort of storage thing there, but only a giant could get at it. So, not us. What about in this one? Same thing. Yeah.
Want me to try?
Sure. What about these? Let's hope these are more. Oh yeah, that's better. And it even has a shelf in it, so I like that. Then you've got all your controls and things here, which, again, I wish we could have controls a little in a lower spot, but it is what it is. More storage up there. I bet you these are the same as the other side. Yeah, they are.
Okay, so let's talk about the cockpit area of the New Aire. Comfortable seat, but like the passenger seat, it's pretty big, like compared to the one that we have in our unit. So for me, I get into this, and I've got to have the seat back to get past the steering column, and then I get in here. And I can move this up quite far, actually, so that I can't even fit my legs through here. And I did move the steering wheel forward. I don't know that the column goes any farther forward, so let's just give this a college try here. See, there's no way you could get through with the seat. Like, it actually touches the steering column. And then it does have adjustable pedals. And then to reach the gas pedal, because in mine, all we need is a backrest behind me. And that's it, and I can drive quite comfortably. So, let's just... I'd have to have a really close relationship with the steering column. And I'd have to kind of get a bigger pillow to drive this sucker. But to drive comfortably, I would need some modifications. So I would say if you're, say, 5'6" or taller, there's enough adjustment in this that you could drive it comfortably.
Otherwise, you're doing things that aren't nice to that steering
Well,
column.
yeah, it's a very too close of a relationship there. Anyhow, let's look at the rest of the cabin here. So we've got an electronic dash. All your gauges are electronic. It took a while for me to figure out the shifting mechanism for it. Has a 6-speed Allison transmission. And I was looking, usually they're on a console on the side here or up here. This is actually on the steering column on this lever. If you push it forward, I believe that's the Jake.
A Jake is an
engine brake. Over here on this side, we have our leveling. I believe it has jacks. And then it's kind of a standard console. There's a control center here that would have nav, cameras. It might control the heat. There is heat control down there. Switches for visor shades. There's a dark shade. There's a sunshade. There's a side visor too. I think it's this one. That's fully electric, which is nice because when I'm driving and the sun's shining in my eyes from the side, I have to get Denise to, hey, can you close my blind? So that would be a nice feature for me. It does have power, USB. It's got the brake. Love the location of this brake. No one's going to push it, or very unlikely anybody's going to push that by accident. It's not here where some pet or you could bump it accidentally. It's not down by your knee like I've seen in others where you could hit it with your knee. That's a real safety feature in my mind. It does have touchless start. It has touchless entry. One another thing, this thing here is actually an electric window. It took me a little bit to figure that out. So it works nicely. I'm not sure about the whole setup. Like, it does kind of take an unobstructed view and puts an obstruction in it. So I'm not a huge fan of that. The electric is fine. I wish there was a way that it could be less obstructive though.
And there's no screen in that window.
And there is no screen. So it would only be while you're driving you would have that open. The seat is fully adjustable. Just if the back could come up about 6 inches, that would be helpful for me, but that's for me, right? So to add to the whole ergonomics of the steering column and driving setup for me, to adjust the steering wheel to tilt it forward or back, there's a lever. It almost looks like a brake release lever way down here. And I'll just see if I can get to that. There, I'm on it. So I can bring it back to a very comfortable position. And then I can reach the gas. Anything is doable. This isn't new for me that things don't fit. Based on other models, some are better, some are worse. They can all be retrofitted in some way to work. I'd have to say though, like vehicles in general, in the last 20 years, I've been able to get away. I rent cars and trucks all over the place. And I take that little Orbis backrest, and that's all I ever need. And that's all I need in our unit. But on these ones, I need more adjustment. And it's not the end of the world.
No.
So for me, on this one, size does matter. Again, anything can be overcome though.